Hello, good evening, and welcome to my little observatory. My name is Nitsuki Subaru, and tonight I'd like to invite you on a gentle walk through the April night sky. As the nights begin to warm, the sky quietly shifts into a new season. Here in Japan, the cherry blossoms are in full bloom, soft pink petals drifting through the air, reminding us just how quickly moments can pass. Above us, a similar transition is taking place, though at a much calmer pace. The bright stars of the colder months are beginning to fade from view, slowly sinking towards the western horizon. Meanwhile, in the east, the constellations of spring are rising, bringing with them a calmer and more open sky. Tonight, we'll begin by exploring some of these spring constellations, and then move on to a few of the notable celestial events you can look forward to this month. Here we are looking at the night sky of April 1st at around 9 p.m. Right off the bat though, we're gonna look north where you'll find the constellation of Ursa Minor, the Lesser Bear. Its stars form a small, faint dipper shape in the sky. At the end of the dipper handle shines Polaris, the North Star. Polaris holds a special place in the sky. While other stars rise and set, it remains almost perfectly fixed in place, marking the direction of true north. This is because Polaris sits nearly directly above Earth's North Pole, along the axis around which our planet rotates. As a result, the entire night sky appears to slowly circle around it. Because of this, Polaris has been used for navigation for centuries, guiding travelers, sailors, and explorers across both land and sea. Nearby, you'll find the much larger and more familiar shape of Ursa Major, the Greater Bear. Its most recognizable feature is the Big Dipper, a pattern of 7 bright stars that forms a kind of ladle or saucepan shape in the sky. In contrast to Ursa Minor, this pattern is brighter and easier to spot, making it one of the more well-known star patterns in the northern sky. In Japan, this shape is often called the Hokuto Shichise, the 7 stars of the north, and it has been recognized across many cultures throughout history. If you look at the 2 stars forming the edge of the bowl, they point almost directly towards Polaris, making the Big Dipper one of the easiest ways to find the North Star. Unlike many constellations, Ursa Major never fully sets below the horizon here in Japan. It circles Polaris throughout the night across the seasons, slowly changing its orientation, sometimes appearing upright and at other times almost upside down. From here, we can use the curve of the Big Dipper's handle as a guide to the spring sky. If you follow that curve outward, tracing a smooth arc across the sky, you'll arrive at the bright orange star Arcturus in the constellation Bootes, the herdsman. If you continue that same curve a little further, you'll reach Spica, the brightest star in Virgo, the maiden. Spica shines with a bluish light, offering a subtle contrast to Arcturus. A simple way to remember this path is arc to Arcturus, spike to Spica. Looking slightly to the west of Arcturus and Spica, you'll find Regulus, the brightest star in the constellation of Leo the Lion. Regulus marks the heart of the lion, and its name comes from Latin meaning little king. If you look around it, you can begin to trace the shape of Leo itself. Just above Regulus is a curved pattern of stars that looks a bit like a backward question mark or a sickle. This forms the lion's head and mane. Extending out from Regulus in the opposite direction, you'll see a line of stars forming the lion's body leading to the nebula, which marks the tip of Leo's tail. Leo is one of the constellations that becomes surprisingly easy to recognize once you spot its pattern, much like Orion in winter or Scorpio in the summer. Together, Arcturus, Spica, and Regulus form the asterism known as the Spring Triangle. This part of the sky lies away from the bright band of the Milky Way, giving us a clearer view into deep space. As the line climbs higher, we begin to face outward, away from the dense plane of our Milky Way. In this direction, the sky opens up. Instead of the crowded star fields of the Milky Way, we are looking into deeper space, towards vast distances filled with galaxies far beyond our own. It's a quieter view, but also a deeper one. Even among these distant reaches, a few closer neighbors still catch the eye. High above, shining steadily, is the bright planet Jupiter. If we rewind a bit to twilight, you can just about catch Venus glowing low on the horizon, brilliant and unmistakable. So far, we've been looking at the broader patterns of the sky. Now let's zoom in a little at how the sky changes over the course of this month. The new moon falls on the 17th, bringing darker skies ideal for observing. With the moon out of the way, this is one of the best times of the month to enjoy fainter stars, constellations, and even distant objects that are usually washed out by the moonlight. A couple of days later, on the 19th, the thin crescent moon returns to the evening sky. Look low towards the horizon just after sunset, where it will appear close to the bright planet Venus. Then, on the nights of the 22nd and 23rd, the moon moves across the sky to meet Jupiter. Unlike the quiet pairing with Venus, this one is easier to observe for a longer period, giving you more time to take it in. The highlight of April comes late at night. From the night of April 22nd into the early morning of the 23rd, we have the Lyrid Meteor Shower. Under good conditions, you might expect around 10 to 15 meters per hour. This year, the moon won't interfere too much, making for a relatively good viewing condition. You can begin watching from around 10 p.m. on the 22nd. At that time, the moon will still be up, so the sky will be a bit bright, and only the brighter meteors may be visible. However, around 11 p.m., the moon sets and the sky begins to grow darker. From then on, conditions improve significantly. The peak is expected around 3 a.m. on the 23rd. By this time, the radiant, the point from which the meteors appear to originate in the constellation Lyra, will be high in the sky, increasing your chances of seeing more meteors. If you can, find a safe, dark place where you can lie down and look up comfortably. Give your eyes about 15 to 30 minutes to adjust to the darkness. The longer you watch, the more you'll begin to see. With a little patience, you may catch those brief, quiet streaks of light, each one a tiny fragment of the cosmos burning up high above the Earth. Whether you catch a meteor, follow the path of a planet, or simply spend a moment under the night sky, that time is never wasted. So this April, as spring settles in, I hope you find a chance to step outside, look up, and reconnect with the universe above. Enjoy the beauty of the changing seasons, from the cherry blossoms during the day to the stars that fill the sky at night. Moments like these, whether beneath falling petals or a field of stars, are fleeting, but all the more meaningful because of it. As the sky brightens and a new day begins, I'd like to thank you for spending this moment with me. Rest easy, and I wish you all clear skies and calm nights.